guys, Ashland here, episode 208. Today I'm going to be bringing you an exciting new attack strategy. Okay, so maybe it's not new. I've actually brought this same strategy to you in the past, but I brought it to you in the past, this 16 to 20 witch attacks, almost as a novelty attack. You couldn't really use it in clan wars without fear of perhaps getting the boot with such a silly strategy. But you know what? I think it might be, I might have to eat crow here, because this clan that we just warred here, a Chinese clan, we actually won by 1 star, and to be honest with you, it was closer than it should have been, and it was because of this attack that they had such huge success with. They actually scored a couple 99% with this attack against some of our max villages, or they had a 99 and a 98% attack. Now, it is going to be the mass witch strategy. We're going to discuss it. I'm going to show you 3 replays. Let's get right into it. They tried this about 10 times in the war, and they never failed for at least 2 stars against our Town Hall 10 bases. So I'm going to go over the troops and the spells real quickly here. You have 16 witches. You have a golem in the clan castle, only 1 golem. He has 2 giants and 5 barbarians, along with a couple wizards and heroes. You want to go ahead and use barbarians to trigger where there could possibly be some traps in front of key wall areas. Now, that's just general advice you should be doing in all your ground-based attacks. Drop a barbarian or 2 before you drop the wall breakers. They cost you less troops, and they can trigger possible traps. You can see he failed to get in with the wall breakers in the south there, with a couple tries, even in the last try, so now he's out of wall breakers. That could have cost him the win here. So, or no, I shouldn't say the win, the 3-star, that failure to break through that last hole there. So he's going to disperse one of his golems in the Barbarian King, and then 2 giants on the other side, backed up by the Queen and a couple wizards. And then here comes the mass army of witches. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. You can see he has the 2 rage spells and the jump spells. Now he's going to hold off, and 1 free spell. He's going to hold off on the 2nd jump spell, because this is really, they treat this as a 3-star attack against max villages. So on a 3-star attack, kind of like in Town Hall 9 GoWitch attacks, you want to hold off on that 2nd jump spell to get you through the last, 25% of the base or so. That way you can get the 3-star attack. Now you have the 2 rage spells. One's pretty early on in the attack. The other one, both on the witches, mind you, and the other rage spell is going to be on the center. There you can see it right there to help get that Town Hall down, get through that 2nd Inferno Tower. So I know a lot of you are thinking, but Ash, one of these Inferno Towers was set to single target. Does that make a huge difference? Well, we thought it was, we thought it did, because this is the first attack they used this strategy on, and we kind of thought, once again, that it was kind of a novelty attack, pretty cute, that they got 16 witches in there, almost pulling off a 3-star against a max village. But then they start duplicating this strategy against 2 multis. I'm going to show you a couple of those coming up. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here, because you can see the strategy. The 2nd jump spell is just basically on the back side of the base, using to get those witches through to the far side to get the extra percentage points, because it does take a little bit of a long time to break through walls with all those, even with all those skeletons. So having that 2nd jump spell is a pretty key to this attack. You can see all those skeletons. There's just tons of them, really overwhelming the base, overwhelming my recording software here. Let's go ahead and slow it down so we can get to the end of the attack. You can see he just misses the, he would have gotten the 3-star attack had it not been a time factor. See, time is going to tick off, and there's no defensive buildings left. All there is the army camp and the barracks. So it wasn't a matter of not having enough bang for the buck. It was just a matter of not having the time left to pull off the percentage points. So that was one attack. And let's go ahead and show the replay on Zohan here. There's another attack. This one only 65%, but you can see this attacker did not have max heroes, and it was a little bit lower on the war map. Even though Zohan's base is also max defensive-wise, almost max, I should say. A couple cannons, not max. So, same type of strategy here. He has the golem go ahead beforehand, and the golem's going to trigger any of those giant bomb traps that may be there. We have no lightning for the clan castle, but lightning's really not needed, because all those skeletons under rage can really take down that clan castle really, really fast and efficiently. So you can go see there, he drops his first freeze spell. Only difference in this attack was he has 2 freeze spells as opposed to 2 rage spell, as opposed to 2 jump spells rather, and he only used that 1 jump. That might be why he doesn't get close to the 100%, or it might be the 2 infernos on multi. Now, do I think this is a viable 3-star strategy? I guess it is. I guess it might be a viable 3-star Town Hall 10 strategy if the defender has 1 or 2 Inferno Towers set to single target. Now, if they're both set to multi, it's still a very viable 2-star strategy, not 3-star. So the attacker K right here is just going to take his time. At this point, he has not used his Archer Queen Cloak, and he's already at 47%. Town Hall's already down, and look at all the units he still has standing. So at this point, it's already in the bag. It looks pretty easy, right? I mean, the key here is protecting your witches from, giving your witches enough deployment space to summon all the skeletons first. That way you're relying on those skeletons as well as the golem and the giants or the barbarian king to trigger as many of those giant bombs as possible. The whole entire attack can be thwarted with 1 giant bomb on those witches, so that's why you have to give plenty of space between in the deployment of these witches. That way they can summon those skeletons and have them go ahead and be kind of recon there, deploying all the giant bombs. Now let's see this last attack here. It was on, if I can remember correctly, who was it on? Norm, I believe, right? Yes. Let's go ahead and watch the last replay. Like I said, they tried this attack 10 times. They did not fail with this attack. They did not fail to get 2 stars. So once again here, we have the 18. This time, instead of 16, we have 18 witches. They're all going to come in, once again coming in through the south. We're doing the same type of strategy that we saw in the first 2 replays where they crack a couple holes in the walls on the outside. You see how he gave plenty of space on those witch deployments? This time he doesn't bring the heroes in first, which is kind of interesting, a little bit dangerous. I would have put at least the king and the golem in first personally, but you can't argue with success as they are successful in this attack. It was another 3-star attempt, you can tell by him bringing 2 jump spells. And look at all those witches under rage summoning all those skeletons really quickly, and once again the clan castles were going to really be a non-issue. He goes ahead and drops a lightning spell while the witches engage the clan castle. The freeze spell while the witches engage the clan castle. That's a good idea just to buy some time, because you wouldn't want those Inferno Towers actually accidentally, or I guess on purposely for the defense, hitting those witches. Hitting the skeletons is really no big deal. Finally they break free. The weird thing about this attack is it takes a little bit of time. It's a slow moving attack because those witches, as you guys have seen in the past, just with luring a clan castle and killing the opposing clan castle with witches, sometimes it just takes a while because your witches are summoning skeletons and then the clan castle witches are summoning skeletons. So don't panic and start dropping spells, like a madman, like a crazy person, if the attack is moving slowly, because this attack does move slower than the traditional go wipe and go wee wee attacks. So don't panic, just let your troops do the work. If things are getting out of control, if the infernos are targeting on your witches, go ahead and bring a couple freeze spells, drop them on the inferno towers as they start to target the witches. But if the infernos are targeting your skeletons, no big deal. Just lay back and let the skeletons do the work. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this new strategy perhaps, or this actually viable strategy. And one last thing I will note is all the attackers use it against bases like this, the resource ring bases around the center. So perhaps if you see a base like this that's spread out, you can see they have a spread out design. It's not compact. The walls aren't touching each other towards the center. If you see these spread out designs, try this 18, 16, 20 witch strategy. See how it works for you. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and hey, please tell your clanmates about me. I appreciate it, and take care, guys.